Hi and welcome to Bitches of Horror.
And today we're going to talk about the film Artik, which we saw at the Monster Film Festival.
Yes, and Artik is directed and written by Tom Skowronski. It's from 2019 and the United States, starring Chase Williamson, Jenny G. Angelo? Jenny G. Angelo? Jerry G. Angelo.
Jerry.
Sorry, the light is so bright that I can't read.
I can't write.
Lauren Ashley Carter, Matt Mercer, and Gavin White.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were the names.
Yeah,
and Artik is about a father who's also a serial killer. And he's teaching his son the ways of getting away with murder, basically.
Yes, and then the son meets a person who could ruin everything.
Yes.
Yeah. This was one of the films that I was looking forward to the most, and it was also a film that I pushed to get into the festival because I thought it was fun to have I saw the commercial on the trailer on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, this looks good,"
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
I was also very excited about watching this.
But going from the trailer, I think the film had a whole different tone. The trailer kind of made it feel like it was a splatter film. Like, sort of like a torture type of film, like Wolf Creek sort of type.
Yeah, definitely a torture film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not like,
not
splatter,
like
but no, but like, sort of like Wolf Creek sort of thing.
Or whatever.
Yeah. But this film was, I would say, quite a drama.
It was a drama with added
Of
gore.
course. Yeah.
But like, it was a drama.
Yeah, I just thought there would be more like torture scenes than there was.
I know.
It's not particularly a bad thing. It's just that I kind of went in expecting something and I didn't really get what I expected.
But that doesn't have to be a bad thing.
No.
It's just...
Yeah, it was just, okay, this is what it was, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think I really, really enjoyed the fact that it had story. Like, it had an underlying tone, it had an underlying story, it had a main story, it had, like
everything
a
was...
moral.
Yeah, everything was solid, it was well put together, and everything worked.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, like, the underlying moral of the story I think was really important, and I think that it did bring a lot to the story. It also felt like, and this might not be true, but it also felt like this kind of came from his own experiences with that type of thing. It just felt like a really big, like, passion project, which I thought was very nice to see.
It showed.
A very, I don't want to say high budget. I don't know what the budget was, but it was very well produced. Like, it looked really well for an indie film. It was just like, you didn't see something and be like, oh, that looks off. Like, everything looked really good.
Yeah, everything looked really good. Everything, the cinematography was very good. I think the actors did a very good job. And I did enjoy the gore scenes. I thought they were very creative. And the story was very good. So overall, a very, very interesting and well-produced film. Yeah,
I would agree. The characters as well. I think maybe there was just that one character who I thought kind of the mentor, not the mentor, but the AA guy, who I thought was like, he got kind of thrown in and then just like,
I know, but I saw what they were trying to do with his character.
It just felt like they could have either prolonged it or like put him more into it or like put him less into it. They kind of put him in a middle thing where you were like, okay, this person is gonna do something, sort of thing, but then it kind of like didn't happen. It's not a huge thing for the story, but it's just
but
like...
I know what you mean, because when he was in there, I thought it would go a bit differently.
Yeah, it was like deeper. You went deep in, like half deep into him. You're like, okay, but then it was like, oh, yeah, he's not in it that much, or he wasn't like developed as much as I'd hoped that he would be. when watching it. But I think I love that the father, his monotone voice really kind of helped his character.
Mm-hmm.
It was very like,
Yeah, like no matter what happened, he always stayed like in the same kind of tone,
yeah,
the same voice.
yeah,
And that doesn't mean it got boring or anything. It just it made him even more
interesting.
disturbing.
Yeah, like mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few things that I thought they could have explained a little bit more. Not maybe explained, but like maybe explored a little bit more. The children on the farm,
Yeah,
this type of thing that I...
Yeah, I think they didn't get enough screen time at all, or their story,
Yeah.
basically. So yeah, I mean, and also their story is a very important story because
Yeah.
I mean that happens a lot. So,
Yeah.
but
So there was like a few things that I thought that they could have put more depth into. That's about it. Other than that, I think it was a good film, which I wasn't expecting to have as much impact on me that it had. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but I was more like gore fest,
and then you were like,
and I was like, ooh, it kind of
it
hit me in the it's like ooh. So that I respect that.
Mm-hmm. So what do you give it?
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Me too. 8 out of 10.
Yes.
Good film.
I'm really looking forward to see what Tambachi does next, because he's really proved that he's a talented filmmaker.
And he's Polish.
You gotta like him.
Gotta represent my people.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and I'm glad that it came in. Thank you to my other coworkers who kind of pushed it in.
I'm glad you showed the film.
Yes.
Good choice.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoy it too. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen it, I think it's out on VOD in the States at least. So check it out there. The other people wait until it comes out and support it.
Mm-hmm.
And stay horrific.
Bye.
Bye.